Okay, so I try out and review so much new makeup on my channel. I'm constantly talking about different products, but I wanted to share my staple products, the things that I reach for over and over, the things that make my life a little bit easier. I've really simplified my beauty routine quite a bit in 2024, especially in the summertime. I always think that summer is kind of like relaxing and chill, but when it comes down to it, like I want to be outside in the summer. So we are constantly on the go. Our schedule is full, life is busy. And I feel like for me, my a long drawn out beauty routine is not what I typically love. I like products that simplify my routine, things that are quick and easy to use, really practical, long lasting, or provide long lasting results. I have things in all categories like makeup, skincare, hair care, body care, fragrance. And I kind of chose all of these with summertime in mind now that it is officially summer. So I'm excited to share them with you in today's video and chat about them. Okay, let's go in order. So we'll start with skincare. And I do want to say thank you to Agency for sponsoring today's video. I absolutely love Agency. And when I think of brands and products that really simplify my beauty routine, I instantly think of Agency. I tried their products for the first time 3 years ago. It was actually summer of 2021, and I just fell in love with the brand. They provide personalized prescription skincare made for you by a dermatology provider. So it's incredibly effective, but on top of that, it's very convenient because you can do everything right from your own home, and it only takes a few minutes to get started. You guys, my skin has been going through it since January. 2024 has been an interesting time for my skin. I told you in the past, but we adopted our second son in January. So for those first 2 months, like adjusting to life as a family of four was really rough on my skin because I let my skincare routine go out the window. This has not been the case for me since maybe like college, but I cannot tell you how many times I fell asleep with my makeup on. And if I washed my face and applied moisturizer, like I was happy. That combined with the lack of sleep and just life changes just really made my skin kind of freak out. And now I'm dealing with hormonal breakouts, which is again, kind of a new journey for me, not something I've dealt with for many, many years. So at this stage in my life, I have a lot of different skincare needs. I'm dealing with breakouts and hyperpigmentation and scarring and texture, but on top of that, I'm also dealing with fine lines and wrinkles because my skin is aging. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. I've said it before, I'll say it a million times. It is an absolute privilege to age. But truthfully, I do view skincare as self-care. And no matter where I'm at in life, I want to make sure that I'm taking care of my skin in the best way possible. And that is why I truly love Agency because they make it so simple. So to get started, all you do is sign up and take a quiz, which really just takes a few minutes. I love that you can do it right from your computer or your phone because it's super quick and easy. And your answers to the quiz helps their dermatology providers just get to know you and your unique skincare concerns and goals. Then when you're done with that, you'll receive your personalized plan and custom prescription formulas. So here's a look at my future formula. I use this at night after I wash my face. It has a lot of beneficial ingredients in it like tretinoin, also niacinamide, tranexamic acid. So this helps to smooth the texture on my skin, reduce fine lines, and boost firmness, just to name a few things. Something that I love about Agency is your dermatology provider will actually connect with you before your next refill, and they can continue to personalize your ingredients. So as your skincare needs change and evolve, your formulas can do the same. I also have the dark spot formula from Agency, and this is truly amazing because like I said, my skin is acne prone, even more so in 2024. So I know when I get a breakout, I am not necessarily going to have to deal with like such an intense dark spot because this really helps to fade those dark spots left behind from a breakout. And you can see a big difference in some of my before and after photos. For me, I cannot tell you how valuable it's been to have a very simple yet effective skincare routine thanks to Agency. I highly recommend trying them out. They actually offer a 30-day free trial, which is amazing. All you have to do is pay $4.95 for shipping and handling. I'll put a link right at the top of the description box below, and I'll pin a comment below as well so you guys can try them out today. I know you will love their products as much as I do. Next, let's talk about base products. There are so many sunscreens I could talk about, and I know I've named a few in some of my recent videos. Truly, the best sunscreen is the one that you're actually going to wear. You have to find a formula that you find comfortable, that you find easy to apply, that maybe wears well on its own, but also under makeup, because if it's something that you actually enjoy applying every single day, that really will ensure that you end up wearing it. The one that I wanted to talk about in today's video is actually a primer and sunscreen all wrapped into one. This is from NYX. I've talked about it on my channel before, but I feel like I like it the more I use it. So I maybe tried it for the first time a couple months ago, but I've actually been using it a lot lately. This definitely gives the skin a very smooth, blurred finish. It's pretty glowy, which is something to note. I know not everyone is into glowy sunscreens, but it's a really nice, flattering glow. So I like wearing this on its own because it definitely works to smooth out my skin and protect my skin at the same time, but it actually looks really beautiful under makeup as well. Typically, I will pair this with something a little bit lighter, like a tinted moisturizer or a lighter coverage foundation, because I feel like that's when this product really shines through and actually provides like that extra smooth, blurred finish. It's definitely a little bit of a thicker product, so sometimes if I pair it with a full coverage foundation, it might feel a little bit thick or heavy on the skin, but it's great if you're someone who doesn't typically wear sunscreen. I mean, let's just be honest, there are people out there, and myself in the past, that I haven't been a big fan of sunscreen, so I would skip it even though I knew I was supposed to be wearing it. And if that's the case for you, try this product out because it is marketed and it works like a primer and a sunscreen. You're getting those priming benefits, but you're also protecting your skin. Okay, so this summer, e.l.f. brought back their Jelly Pop collection and they added like a lip oil. It's a little bit different. I feel like every summer they end up bringing it back. A few years ago when they first launched the Jelly Pop Dew Primer, I loved it. It was my go-to primer. And then they discontinued it and I was like, it's fine. I'll just stick with the Power Grip because it's basically the same thing. So over the last few years, in the back of my mind, I was like, the formulas are pretty much identical. There aren't any big differences, but I tried it out again this summer and this one is different. It's not significantly different, but I feel like those subtle differences make it just a little bit better. This leaves my skin looking incredibly smooth, super hydrated, really glowy, but because it is a sticky, tacky primer, it locks my makeup in. Like my makeup does not move. I just tried this back out again for the first time a few weeks ago, and ever since then, I have not put it down. Because it's a little bit thinner than the Power Grip primer, I feel like it's easier to apply to the skin, and it doesn't feel as thick or as heavy. I love the Power Grip primer, I really do, but I like this one just a little bit better. My makeup looks flawless every single time I use this. My foundation doesn't break apart on my chin. My makeup doesn't settle into my fine lines like it does with other primers. I wore this the one day. I applied my makeup at 8 a.m. and by the time I got home and washed my face, it was like 10 p.m. It was hot outside, it was humid, and my makeup looked so good. I couldn't believe it. Like I didn't even want to wash my face because it looked so good still after like 14 hours, which for me is pretty much unheard of. So I love this product and now I understand because in the past, people have left comments in my videos like, no, I miss the Jelly Pop. It is the best. And I was like, just go with the Power Grip. It's the same, but it really isn't. Like there's just something extra good about this. So it is amazing, especially for the summertime. Along with that primer, I've actually been wearing this foundation from e.l.f. that I love so much. It is an $8 foundation that feels like a high-end foundation. It's their new Soft Glam Satin Foundation. So I have two different shades. Neither one is really a great shade match for me, so I need to pick up a different one. I have 15 Fair Warm and then also 21 Light Neutral. So what I do is mix these together and then add in like a little bit of a blue color corrector to kind of neutralize it and take down the warmth and the yellow tones. So this actually comes in 36 different shades. They describe it as a medium buildable coverage foundation with a soft satin finish. I find that it's very lightweight, super comfortable on the skin. I love using it with the Jelly Pop because I feel like this gives it a boost of hydration because even though they claim it's like a soft satin, I feel like without that, it almost looks a little bit more matte on the skin. It definitely has a natural finish, so I feel like it could go either way. And usually I will set it into place with a good amount of powder, so I end up looking more matte, but I do find that it is very, very long lasting. It looks smooth and even, really fresh and healthy on the skin. I really am so surprised by the longevity of this foundation. It does last so well, even on super hot days. I'm impressed by this. I can't believe it's so affordable. I mean, I know e.l.f. is affordable, but sometimes they charge a little bit more for their products, and I do feel like they could have charged more for this because the formula is so good. One step that I will not skip right now is setting spray. I used to say like, oh, I don't use setting spray every single day because it's just like an extra added step and I don't need it. Now I actually use setting spray almost every single day because it locks my makeup into place, so I don't have to touch my makeup up throughout the day, which ends up saving me a ton of time. So I know I talk about the LYS setting setting spray a lot. That has been my go-to during like the winter and the spring, but now that it's summer, I'm reaching for something a little more intense. So the Urban Decay All Nighter is one of my go-tos. I'm almost out of this one. I've had this bottle forever because like I said, I didn't used to use setting spray super often, but this one ensures that your makeup will not move. If you're looking for an affordable alternative, I really like the Milani Make It Last setting spray. This one actually gives my skin a little bit more of a glow. Not, maybe glow isn't the right word. It leaves my skin looking really hydrated, but my makeup will not move. So sometimes this is nice if I'm applying like a lot of powder and I feel like my skin looks just a little bit too powdery even for the summertime, because I'll spray this on and it just kind of like melts the powder in a very natural way. But again, my makeup stays in place really well with this product. One more that I want to touch on is from e.l.f. This is the Suntouchable Broad Spectrum SPF 40 Sun Protection and Setting Spray. So this is not something that I typically use to like set my makeup into place, but I love this product to reapply sunscreen throughout the day if I'm wearing a full face of makeup. Now, if you're going to be outside in the sun all day, obviously it's more ideal to, ideally take off your makeup, reapply the sunscreen, and then put it back on. If I'm going to like, I don't know, the beach or like an amusement park or Disney or something like that, I just skip foundation so I can easily reapply my makeup throughout the day. But practically, if you're wearing a full face of makeup and you're not going to do that, try this product because it does allow you to reapply your sunscreen, but in a very easy way. It dries so fast. I thought it was going to be really greasy the first time I used it. It's not. I mean, it does smell like sunscreen, so I would recommend like closing your eyes, closing your mouth as you spray it and waiting a few seconds. But because it dries so fast, I don't feel like it lingers after I spray it. So I do feel like this really comes in handy. In terms of like a setting spray, I don't feel like it actually locks my makeup into place as well as like the Urban Decay or the Milani, but I do really love it as like a spray on sunscreen to kind of touch up throughout the day. I just applied a completely different lip product than I had on, so I guess let's talk about those because I have both of them in my list of products to talk about in today's video. Honestly, in the summertime, I'm just going like super simple when it comes to lip products. I usually reach for a gloss that has like a little bit of color, but also ends up looking kind of sheer so I can easily reapply it throughout the day. So I absolutely love the Lawless Forget the Filler glosses. Right now I'm wearing the shade Maple Sugar, which I do feel like is a good summer nude because it has some warmth to it. It's kind of like a little bit of a deeper nude on my skin tone, although that will vary depending on your skin tone. But I feel like it's perfect if I want like a little bit more of a dramatic lip gloss, but I don't want something that's full on, super intense, really, really dramatic. So I love this color, but I also wear the shade Watermelon all the time. It's actually called Juicy Watermelon. I used to hate pink lip colors so much, but I feel like juicy pink lips are so perfect for the summertime, especially if you're going with like bronzed cheeks, very simple, minimal eye makeup. I love a pop of pink on the lips. So you really can't go wrong with these. They're incredibly smoothing and I reach for them all the time. I do feel like this product from ColourPop gives a very similar effect to the lips. It's the new ColourPop So Juicy Plumping Glossy Lip Oil. This is quickly becoming one of my favorite products of all time. It looks so incredibly smooth on the lips. The only thing is, it's kind of hard to get the applicator out without making an absolute mess. So I feel like I just have to pull it out carefully. It is a little bit of a sticky formula, which I know some people describe the Lawless glosses as sticky as well. I wouldn't call either one of them like full on sticky, but I do find that they have like a slight tackiness and I actually don't mind that. That's something I almost prefer in the summer because it stays in place a little bit better. And then usually once the product wears off, my lips feel really moisturized too. I don't know, like in the summer, I'm very effortless with my makeup most of the time, and I don't want to constantly be reapplying anything. So something that does last a little bit longer, even if it is slightly sticky, is something that I do tend to reach for. These don't feel like typical lip oils. They don't have like that extra smooth, thin, slippery texture. They're a little bit thicker. Like I said, they have a slight tackiness to them, but they stay in place so well. They make your lips look so full, so juicy, incredibly smooth. I'll do some lip swatches for you so you can see what they actually look like on the lips. I'm really impressed by this formula. I just wish the packaging wasn't quite so messy, but I can typically overlook that because I like the formula a lot, and I feel like I don't have to reapply it as much as I do other lip oils I've tried before. The other product that I was wearing before I applied the Lawless Gloss is from ColourPop too. Again, really messy packaging. The product just gets all over the cap of this. I'll show you what it looks like close up. It's not pretty to look at, but the actual product works so well, so I just kind of overlook it. But these are the So Juicy Plumping Gloss Balms. Again, they make your lips look very smooth, very juicy. They're not quite as long lasting as the lip oils, which is interesting because usually in my experience, if a brand does a lip oil and a gloss balm, the gloss balm is a little bit thicker and longer lasting. In this case, I would say the lip oil is thicker and longer lasting. The gloss balm is very thin, but very smooth. It's sheer. It makes your lips look super juicy. So typically I do apply these on top of a lip liner just to get like a little bit more of a pigmented appearance, but they're really nice for just throwing on when you're on the go. They're very comfortable. Both of these products have like a minty vanilla scent to them. So they're interesting. Not my favorite scent ever, but because they have like that cooling tingle, I feel like it kind of fits the product well. If I had to choose between the two, I'd go with the lip oil just because it is slightly longer lasting and the benefits are longer lasting. Like my lips feel moisturized after I wear this product for a few hours. Okay, I am full on loving blush again. I feel like it wasn't that long ago that I told you I wasn't really into blush and I was going through a phase where I was only wearing bronzer and highlighter. And right now I'm wearing blush fairly often. It kind of started when I tried the Rare Beauty powder blushes, and I think those are fine. They definitely aren't like the best launch of the year, and I know so many people don't like them, but I heard a few people say the Essence Pure Nude Baked Blushes are a really good alternative to those. And I love the Essence Pure Nude Baked Blushes, but I hadn't been wearing them regularly, so I decided to break mine back out again, and I cannot get enough of them. Now, these are really beautiful on their own if you like a little bit more of a subtle blush. They don't have a ton of pigment, but they actually make the perfect blush topper if you're wearing a liquid blush underneath. I know some people aren't big fans of blush toppers because it doesn't always feel like it's worth the money to spend the money on a blush just to wear it over another blush. So I feel like these are actually a great option if you want to try that because they're only $5. So the one that I've been wearing the most is the shade, not this one. I love all four of these. I'll swatch them for you, but I've been wearing Shimmery Rose the most. I have this on today on top of the Rare Beauty Liquid Blush in the color Hope. That's been my favorite combo. I feel like the Rare Beauty Liquid Blush gives the longevity and the pigment, and then this adds like the most beautiful glow on top. This one does have a little bit of glitter in it. I feel like some of them don't have glitter. This one does, but I don't mind because I feel like it just looks really beautiful. It looks luminous and glowy, but also like the touch of glitter is kind of fun for summer. So I feel like I've neglected pretty much all of my blushes in favor for that combo, except for the NYX Buttermelt blushes. I am wearing these really often. I actually just ordered the purple one because that was on my list initially and I skipped over it, and I grabbed that one because I thought it would be fun for summer. I've been wearing this one quite a bit. This one is Butta Together, which looks pretty soft, but these have so much pigment. So the Essence blushes are pretty soft and natural, but if you want a ton of pigment, try these. I also love the color Feeling Butta, which is basically like a blush bronzer all in one. I mean, this is definitely a more intense blush than this one, but I feel like on days where I want like a brighter cheek, I guess a bolder cheek, I'll go for this. But again, you can go in with a light hand if you want something a little softer. It's kind of hard to get like a truly soft look with these because they're really pigmented, but they're also very long lasting, so they're a great option for the summer. Honestly, the only bronzer that I care about right now is this one from e.l.f. It's the Primer Infused Bronzer. I have the shade Tan O'Clock. Ever since I tried this just a few weeks ago, I have not reached for another bronzer. Like, I don't care about any of my other powder bronzers. This is the one. It's so incredibly smooth, so gorgeous on the skin. It blurs the skin. It never looks patchy or uneven or streaky. It is so silky and gorgeous. Like, in my mind, this is like a $30 bronzer, but it's not. It's like $7 on e.l.f.'s website. They've had this line for a while. They just added some new shades, and I loved it years and years ago. And then they discontinued like all of the shades except one. So I never talked about it on my channel and I just didn't even use it myself. And then they came out with more, and I'm so glad they did because this is such a beautiful formula. It really is stunning. So I'm telling you, all of my other bronzers, I'm not even reaching for them, just this one. Okay, there is one hair product that I have to share with you that I have been loving. It's from Amika. It's the Soulfood Nourishing Mask. I actually bought this because I was chatting with one of you on Instagram and you told me they were having a sale. I think it was back during the holiday season. And I repurchased a couple of my go-to products, but you said that you really liked this product. So I bought it and I'm so glad I did because this is such an amazing hair mask. I still love the one from Coco and Eve. That's the one I talk about the most on my channel, and it's really, really effective. But this one is like extra nourishing. They describe it as an ultra rich hydrating hair mask that's packed with vitamins and nutrients to moisturize, soften, and smooth. And truthfully, I do think it really is ultra hydrating. Like when I use this product for days, my hair feels incredibly smooth. Even after I wash it with shampoo and conditioner, I feel like it is silky. I have less flyaways, less frizziness. It feels like the benefits are truly long lasting. And that is what I'm looking for in a hair mask. It's interesting because sometimes you'll use a hair mask and you'll wash it out and your hair will feel good, but like the next day, it feels like your hair goes back to normal, or the next time you wash it. And I guess in my mind, I don't expect a hair mask to necessarily, like I don't expect to feel the results for days on end. I feel like over time I would like to see a difference in my hair, but I'm telling you, like this really does feel like the longest, the benefits extend the longest compared to any other hair mask I've tried. It feels really good. It doesn't weigh my hair down though at the same time, but I do feel like my hair is extra silky, really smooth. So when I use this, it doesn't hold a curl as well, like for the next few days. But honestly, I don't mind because I do feel like it just really like drenches my hair with moisture. Definitely a great option if you're dealing with dry hair or damaged hair. Okay, my absolute favorite shave oil right now is from Tree Hut. I've tried this in the past. I thought I did, or I've tried some sort of shave oil in the past, and I've never been a big fan because I've always felt like they just kind of disappeared super quickly, or they didn't provide like enough cushion as I was shaving. I usually reach for like a shave gel or a shave cream. The Billy one is my favorite, but I love this one so much. It's the, I don't know if I already said, the Tree Hut Tropic Glow Moisturizing Shave Oil. This is a little bit thicker than other shave oils I've tried, which I think is key because it just provides like the perfect texture to shave. In the summer, personally, I'm shaving a lot more. I'm wearing shorts and dresses like every single day. So typically I do shave like every day or every other day, just depending on what's going on. Whereas in the winter, I just don't because I'm wearing pants and sweatpants and I don't care as much. So this is amazing because it is very comfortable. My skin is so sensitive and it is not irritated or red at all with this product, but this is also extremely moisturizing. I hate the feeling of shaving, applying body lotion, and then going outside in 90-degree weather. I can't deal with it. Like it's just too much. If it is that hot outside, I don't want to be covered in like an extremely hydrating body butter. So I love this because I feel like I can use it, skip the body butter or the lotion, go outside, and my legs are extremely smooth and really, really moisturized with this product alone. So it is an absolute summer staple. It makes shaving so fast. Like there's something about this that just allows the razor to glide up the legs a lot quicker than if I'm using like a lotion or a gel. Okay, two fragrances that I wanted to talk about that I cannot get enough of that just smells so good. And I haven't been reaching for anything other than these two. So the first one is from Finery. You can get Finery at Target, and they basically make perfumes that they say are like inspired by high-end or luxury perfumes. So if you go online and you kind of search it, you can see if any of your favorite luxury or high-end perfumes have like a Finery alternative that smells very similar. There is another one that I love that is an alternative to the Kayali Pistachio that some people say actually smells kind of similar to the Sol de Janeiro, one of the Sol de Janeiro perfumes. Normally I'm not into like full-size perfumes, but their perfumes are a little bit more affordable. This is $30 and this is my favorite scent other than the other one I'm going to talk about. This is Magnetic Candy. It smells so good. It is like the most perfect summer scent. Whenever I wear this, I get so many compliments. Now, I read online that this is very similar to two different perfumes. Some people say Byredo Sundays, and then some people say Prada Candy. I have tried Prada Candy years and years ago, but I couldn't tell you what it smells like. The notes are sugared violet, pink pomelo, and cotton candy. They say it's a nostalgic escape into a neon candy fantasy, which just sounds perfume descriptions always make me laugh because they're so intense. This does smell really sweet, but it also has like a nice mix of fruity and floral, but it's not your typical sweet candy fruity floral scent. There's like something a little bit spicy about it, a little bit warm. It smells so good. The nice part is you can actually go into Target stores and try these, which is convenient because you don't typically just want to buy a fragrance without smelling it, especially a full-size fragrance. So I absolutely love this one. I feel like it is the most most amazing summer scent. The other one that I'm loving, I actually got in my Scent this month, so it's a little bit newer to me. It's the Seven Virtues Coconut Sun. This really does smell like you're on vacation, and it smells like you're at some kind of like beachy resort, but like you took the day to go shopping and you're having like a nice lunch and then you're going back for a date night. I can't even explain it. Like it really does transport me, which sounds a little bit dramatic, but it is, again, one of the most perfect summer scents. The notes for this one are coconut, frangipani, vanilla, and sea salt. It literally is like warm summer sun vacation in a bottle, but it has a little bit of like a refreshing hint too because of the coconut water. So I love this one. You can get it through Scentbird, but it's also available at Sephora if you want like the full size version. So that is it. All of the beauty products that I love so much right now that I cannot get enough of. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know in the comments below what beauty products you're reaching for, what you cannot get enough of. And don't forget to check out Agency. I'll put a link in the description box below. You can try it free for 30 days. All you have to do is pay $4.95 for shipping and handling. Their products truly are the best. I know you will love them as much as I do. I'll see you very soon with a new one. Bye.